Hey Jschlatt, I'm Mickvii, and if you're like me, you probably overstudied the fourth dimension for no reason. Now I'm sure your first question is, why do I care? And to that I say, why wouldn't you care? It's cool.
Shut up!
Your second question is probably, Mickvii, what is the fourth dimension? And I'm glad you asked. But in order to talk about the fourth dimension, we need to talk about the second dimension. Suppose I took a picture of the weaselest Brazilian man on screen. He lives in a 2D environment and sees a two-dimensional square. The most amount of sides he can see is 2 sides if he watches it from the corner. However, he cannot see the entire square at once. 2 sides is the most amount of sides of the square that he can actually see. Thus comes the name two-dimensional. If I were to show him a cube, he wouldn't actually be able to see the cube. He'd only just see a slice of the cube from a square. So he'd see it as a two-dimensional object even though we told him it was 3D. Similarly, in a 3D world, the most amount of sides you can see on a 3-dimensional square is 3 sides. The other thing you might notice is that a cube is actually 6 squares that are all touching each other on every side. Therefore, a 4th-dimensional square would be several cubes touching each other on all sides. Admittedly, I'm not sure how many, but if I had to take a guess, it would be 6 because nature has this weird obsession with hexagons. However, dimensions also involve movement. For instance, a 2-dimensional person would only be able to move sideways or up and down, but they wouldn't be able to come forwards or backwards like you and I could. So what would be a 4th direction? Many speculate that it's time, however they are wrong. The reason they are wrong is because time is not a part of space. There's space, time, and matter. Time has its own category. Why would you try to combine the two? It doesn't make any sense. They have interactions, sure, but they aren't the same thing. No. The 4th direction would be inward. Yes, that doesn't make sense, because our minds cannot comprehend it, because we are not 4th-dimensional creatures. Anyway, it's a little complicated, so I'm going to leave it off for there. All I wanted to say is, next time someone says they're inside your walls, it could be more true than you realize.